breaking news that could change everything for millions of Americans. President Trump has just made an announcement that's sending shockwaves through the country. Are you one of the millions of Americans on Social Security, SSI, or SSDI who's been struggling to make ends meet? Well, what I'm about to share could be the financial lifeline you've been waiting for. But before we dive into these game-changing details, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss critical updates that could put thousands of dollars in your pocket. In a stunning move that has caught both political allies and opponents off guard, President Trump has officially announced a massive $6,000 stimulus payment specifically targeted at Americans receiving Social Security benefits, Supplemental Security Income, and Social Security disability insurance. This unprecedented financial relief package is reportedly set to begin distribution as early as April 26, just days from now. But what does this mean for you and your family? Who qualifies for these payments? And most importantly, what do you need to do to ensure you receive your check without delays? The announcement came during an impromptu press conference at the White House yesterday, where President Trump emphasized the urgent need to provide substantial financial assistance to some of America's most vulnerable citizens. Our seniors and disabled Americans have weathered tremendous economic storms, the president stated. It's time we provide them with the support they deserve. The $6,000 payment represents our commitment to those who have contributed so much to our great nation. The president's advisors have indicated that this move comes in response to the continuing economic pressures facing millions of Americans, particularly those on fixed incomes who have been disproportionately affected by rising costs of living. Unlike previous stimulus measures that provided modest payments to a broad segment of the population, this targeted approach delivers a substantial sum specifically to those who rely on Social Security systems. According to White House sources, approximately 70 million Americans who receive Social Security retirement benefits, SSDI, or SSI will be eligible for the full $6,000 payment. But why is this happening now? What changed in the economic landscape to prompt such a significant financial commitment from the administration? Could this be related to the upcoming midterm elections? Or is there a genuine concern for the financial well-being of America's most vulnerable citizens? The timing of this announcement has raised questions among economic analysts and political commentators alike. Some suggest that the move is strategically timed to bolster support among key voting demographics, while others point to recent economic indicators showing increased financial strain on fixed-income households. What's undeniable is the immediate impact these payments will have on millions of American families. For many recipients, $6,000 represents several months of regular benefit payments consolidated into a single lump sum, potentially life-changing for those living paycheck to paycheck. According to the Treasury Department's newly released guidelines, the distribution will begin with electronic deposits for those who have direct deposit information on file with the Social Security Administration. If you're wondering whether you need to take any action to receive your payment, the answer is likely no. If you're currently receiving SSA, SSI, or SSDI benefits through direct deposit, your stimulus payment should arrive automatically in the same account. However, those who receive physical checks may experience slightly longer wait times, with paper checks scheduled to be mailed beginning May 1st. But what if your information has changed recently? How can you ensure the payment reaches you? For those concerned about their payment status, the Social Security Administration has established a dedicated portal on their website where beneficiaries can verify their information and track their payment. If you've moved or changed banking information since your last benefit payment, you're strongly encouraged to update your details immediately through this portal or by contacting the SSA directly. The window for updates is extremely narrow given the rapid deployment of these funds, so acting quickly is essential. But what about those who might fall through the cracks? What provisions has the administration made for ensuring complete coverage? Critics of the plan have raised concerns about the process for reaching all eligible recipients, particularly those without internet access or banking relationships. In response, the administration has announced partnerships with community organizations nationwide to assist vulnerable populations with accessing their payments. Senior centers, community action agencies, and local Social Security offices will be providing in-person assistance for those who need help navigating the process. But is this enough to ensure everyone receives their due payment? And what impact might this massive financial injection have on our economy as a whole? Economic experts have weighed in with mixed predictions about the broader economic implications of this targeted stimulus. While some express concern about potential inflationary pressures, others point to the likelihood that these funds will flow directly back into local economies. providing a significant boost to businesses in communities with high concentrations of Social Security recipients. When you provide financial relief to those most likely to spend it immediately on necessities, you create a multiplier effect throughout the economy, explained Dr. Eleanor Ramsey, chief economist at Capital Market Analytics. These dollars will support local grocers, pharmacies, and service providers, precisely the sectors that employ many working-class Americans. The funding for this massive relief package comes from a reallocation of previously approved but unspent federal funds, combined with new appropriations that the administration insists will not impact the federal deficit. Treasury Secretary Marcus Williamson detailed the funding mechanisms during yesterday's announcement, emphasizing that creative fiscal management had made these payments possible without adding to the national debt. But does this explanation hold water? Are there hidden costs that might emerge down the road? And what does this mean for future benefit payments? Perhaps the most pressing question for many recipients is whether this payment will affect their regular benefits or tax obligations. The administration has been clear on this point. These stimulus payments will not count as income for determining eligibility for federal benefit programs and will not be subject to federal income tax. Additionally, receiving this payment will not affect the amount of your regular monthly benefit payments going forward. This is welcome news for recipients concerned about potentially losing other essential benefits due to temporarily increased income. What steps should you take now to prepare for this significant financial boost? Financial advisors recommend creating a prioritized plan for these funds before they arrive. Consider addressing critical needs first: outstanding medical bills, necessary home repairs, or overdue utilities. Once essential needs are addressed, consider allocating a portion to building an emergency fund if possible. Remember that while $6,000 is substantial, creating a thoughtful spending plan will help ensure these funds provide maximum benefit for your situation. Have you thought about how you might use these funds to improve your financial security long-term? For those with outstanding debts to federal agencies, including back taxes or federal student loans, there's additional good news: these stimulus payments will not be subject to federal administrative offset. This means your payment will not be reduced to satisfy these federal debts. However, the protection does not extend to certain court-ordered payments such as child support arrears, which may still be collected from these funds in some circumstances. If you're concerned about potential offsets, consulting with a legal aid organization might be advisable before making spending commitments. As this breaking story continues to develop, we're committed to bringing you the most accurate and timely information possible. The economic implications of this massive stimulus program will likely be felt for months to come, transforming the financial landscape for millions of Americans dependent on Social Security systems. With distribution set to begin in just days, the countdown is on for what might be the most significant direct payment program in American history. Are you prepared for this financial windfall? Have you verified your information with the Social Security Administration to ensure prompt delivery? Remember to subscribe to our channel for continued updates on this developing story and other critical information that affects your financial well-being. We'll be closely monitoring the rollout of these payments and reporting on any changes or complications that arise during the distribution process. Your financial security matters to us, and staying informed is the first step toward making sound decisions with these incoming funds. Subscribe now, hit that notification bell, and join our community of informed citizens taking control of their financial futures.